So let's talk about it is a brand new season. Oh my goodness, is this a brand new season in so many different ways. And First is doing a real good job of trying to adapt to it. So by now everybody knows we're going to do remote competitions. Teams are going to compete on their own field or in some central place, and they're going to enter their own scores. So integrity matters. And I highly encourage, if you have not watched Ken Johnson's video, it's an 8-minute video. I encourage you as coaches to watch it. And then I encourage you to watch it with your team. He does a real good job of explaining integrity and how are people going to make sure that they are, I mean, it's a sports model. You're going to be self-reporting. It is possible to cheat in this realm. Absolutely, there is no question. There is nothing stopping somebody from just absolutely making up their numbers and saying, yes, I scored this. I think there's going to be some public shaming from a standpoint that I highly would encourage people to have videos of every one of their matches, because I believe all the teams that are doing real well, they're going to have videos posted. And I know that there's some talk of the Orange Alliance posting a link to the video with the matches. So someone who has a high score match without a video is certainly going to be an asterisk. It's probably the best way. I don't think enough people will shame them in saying, hey, I don't believe you really did that. Not that it's required, but it is something that people need to be thinking about. That how do we make sure that we feel comfortable, we did earn this honestly. Couple other.
Can I say one thing about the score? I just posted that, but I wonder if you should have some kind of peer evaluation. You know what I'm trying to say?
I mean, I like the idea. Are you thinking along the lines that another coach watches while you run your matches?
I wouldn't mind at all if you have other coaches watching my match, and then they can collect the scores, or they can reevaluate our scores, giving like, I don't know, 1, maybe 2 days.
Yeah.
That would take a lot of time though, but I'm just saying.
I think that'll work, but at the same time, can we expect that same sort of integrity to be present throughout FTC? I would think not. I mean, us in North Carolina, yes, we tend to have that type of mentality, but I don't think it extends outside of our area.
I agree. I see that too.
Had a comment here. There's a question, an open question. Can the kids listen in on the tracks? Unless anybody has any objections, I guess I think we will allow that. Request, if you're going to let some of your students come in on that, my request is that keep them on mute the entire time. If they have something, have the questions come through you. Does that seem reasonable? Anybody have any objections? I see thumbs up. So then you're welcome to share the invite. Will be a little bit more open, but you need to tell if you are inviting a student, you need to put in the Zoom chat who they are ahead of time, because otherwise they won't get let into the session by our moderators letting people in. Okay. All right. So going back, couple other things that are very different. These are sort of the big differences, that are happening. No elimination matches. There's just going to be qualification matches. You're going to run 6 matches in a tournament. That's it. And your scoring, your ranking is going to be based on the total score from your runs. That's it. Add up the numbers, and that's where you're going to be. And this is the one that's the most bizarre, and no one has a really good answer. If you read through it, the engineering notebook is no longer described in the game manual. Everything that seems to be talking about is that what you previously referred to as the engineering notebook is a up to 15-page engineering document. What its format is, unknown. What its requirements, unknown. Mariah, Hunter?
So we had earlier in the meeting, in the season, we actually had Fiona Lass-Powell come in and talk a little bit about what was happening as decisions had come out, and she could talk about them. And from what I understand from what she said is that you still do your engineering notebook, but what you hand in, what you submit is the 15 best pages of that notebook. Or you don't have to do the notebook, but if you're pulling from a notebook, you already have your preset. Oh, look, we can find this. And you do, oh, Fiona has. Oh.
We'll have Fiona here talking in a little bit.
Yeah.
Just real quick, the name of that document is the engineering portfolio, and it is intended to supplement, not replace the notebook. If judging information for that is not complete, it's because it's not finished. They're still figuring out exactly how the think judging in particular is going to change due to the addition of the portfolio. However, it's definitely, it isn't that the notebook's being removed, and the portfolio is up to 15 page document that is essentially a sample of your notebook. The idea behind that is that judges get the notebook in the way we've worked in the past. The judges get the notebook 5 or so minutes before the interview starts. And when it is 2 4-inch binders full of text, they can read maybe 0.05% of it if they're really, really quick and try very hard. Whereas, and then if the notebook's shorter, they read a different amount. And so we don't have consistency there, and we don't really have the judges able to benefit from having those that information beforehand. Whereas if you have a 15-page document, the judges can kind of look over that before the team gets in, and then afterwards they can sort of read it thoroughly. So that was the idea behind going to the engineering portfolio. Also because that kind of audience-facing treatment presentation is something that students will encounter a lot when they get into the professional world, like being able to boil down all of the work that you've been doing into a small document that you can then hand to a boss or prospective investors or whatever is something that's important to be able to do. So that's kind of the idea behind the portfolio. Like I said, it will take the place of the notebook in terms of what goes to the judges in your room. As far as exactly what it means for think judging, when the judges circle around and then are doing a deeper dive to determine who actually gets the notebook award, my understanding is that will still be based, and my hope is that will still be based on the entire notebook. But last we heard, they were still discussing the exact specifics for that, which is probably why teams haven't heard it yet.
Okay. And there is a surprisingly good, someone's done a good analysis, and a lot of people have been contributing to this. I've got the link to it. It does a side-by-side comparison of last year's game manual part 1 and this year's game manual. So you can see a lot of the differences that are in there. Some of them are just minor differences, but you can go into there to find it. Couple other things, just minor, from the game manual, the ranking points, sum of scores, the control award, they reordered the control, motivate, and design. And so now control award is higher in the list. It kind of makes sense in this environment, that is. Then motivate, then design. No team scoring for returning. We don't have a team scoring element this year. And as we already know, no elimination matches. From a hardware standpoint, we'll talk about this more, but the control hub is new. It was trialed last year for a number of places, but now it is legal everywhere. Well, I'll just bluntly say you want it. And modern robotics is just gone. So, it's pretty much all the control and expansion hub. It was surprising. If you look at the list of phones, it's only Motorola phones. That's it. Everything else is gone. So if you have a Nexus, ZTE Speed, or the S5s, There are lots of things you can use them for. In fact, as Mrs. Tobis will, when she goes showing, they're great for field monitors, for putting a camera, putting a field showing the, a camera showing the field. This was a subtlety, no vacuum mechanisms. So in the past, you were allowed to have something that had a negative pressure. Now you can't have anything with positive or negative pressure. And they finally acquiesced. Linear actuator kits are legal. So that, enough people have been using them. They just said, they originally said we weren't going to make them legal, and they kind of, but this is another one. Servos, you may not modify a servo to make it a continuous rotation. So if the servo doesn't come from the manufacturer as a CR servo, you may not modify it. Now, fortunately, there are several vendors, and I'll talk about Servo City. They will modify a vendor. They will modify it for you, and I'm pretty sure that's considered a legal thing because we did not modify it. There's new controllers, the Sony DualShock wireless controller, as long as it's wired. I thought that was good. And then there's, I don't know, the ET Park PS4 controller. And then lastly, they dropped the distance you can launch from 6 feet to 5 feet. So I would assume that has something to do with the game. Here's something I really want you to think about. If your robot is the only robot on the field and it doesn't have to travel, are you going to build it differently? Are you going to design it with a different level of robustness? Because in the past, one of the reasons why teams did not go with a Mecanum drive is because somebody could push them around the field. Now, there's no reason for you to have a heavy traction drive. If you know that you'll never be on a field with another robot, you might do something differently. You might put different effort into robustness of certain components if you know it doesn't have to be moved. It's going to be sitting in the same place for a long period of time. You're not traveling. You're not worrying about that. You might think about something differently. And that's a discussion that's worth having with the kids on the team. What could you focus on differently this year? It might make you do some really cool mechanisms.